Man, guys, I'm telling you, I don't think they learned. I don't think this administration has learned that the average American is done with these mandates when it comes to COVID. I don't care if it's mask mandates, I don't care if it's vaccine mandates, or anything like that. If it's a mandate regarding this vaccine or any type of health thing, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Okay. And as an American citizen, we need to start getting a little bit more upset about this and a little bit more in their face and let them know, like, nah, we are not going to comply with this. Because as you know, or as you should know, Biden over here gave another $5 billion to construct a new vaccine. Okay. One that, quote unquote, according to Joe Biden, works. Okay. So, that means the whole time that you were telling everybody go get this shot, it just didn't work. Oh, so you're actually admitting that now. That's pretty nice. All right, that goes right in line with what we're saying. I don't care if it's available. If it's available and you feel like you need to go get it, go get it. I want you to go get it. But what I don't want is you or any other citizen telling people that they have to so they can keep their job or keep their livelihood afloat. That is absolutely insane, and we cannot go back to that, guys. So we're going to go into this, but happy Wednesday. Welcome to Getting to the Facts. We're halfway through this week, guys. I'm your host, Andrew Curiel. You already know who I am, but we're going to keep growing this thing, guys. We're growing steadily. So before we get into this topic, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we're going to hop right into it. All right, guys. But we got here from Axios. Biden admin pumps money into developing new vaccines. And this is from August 22nd, 2023. The Biden administration on Tuesday announced the first funding awards from its $5 billion project aimed at developing the next generation of COVID vaccines and treatments. Why it matters. The project is intended to support vaccines that are longer lasting and more protective against a mutating virus, as well as better options like more effective monoclonal antibodies after some were sidelined by the emergence of new variants. Project NextGen is a long-term follow-up to Operation Warp Speed, which develops COVID vaccines and treatments in record time. Driving the news, the $1.4 billion in awards announced Tuesday includes $1 billion for clinical trials for more advanced vaccines. The idea is to do preparatory work so the trials can move faster once the specific vaccine candidates are chosen. $326 million is going to Regeneron for work on a monoclonal antibody that can help prevent COVID vaccine in people who do not respond well to the vaccines. I definitely 100% am on the side of the monoclonal antibodies. I think that's the best form of help that you can do to somebody who has COVID. And obviously, if they get to the point of needing monoclonal antibodies, the vaccine didn't do what the vaccine was supposed to do. Okay, which a lot of people had that. Some of these remaining funds will go towards better vaccine manufacturing technology, such as nasal spray that in theory could guard better against infection. What they're saying, Don O'Connell, an assistant secretary of Health and Human Services, said more awards are expected before the end of the fiscal year. Oh, so more taxpayer money is going to be spent. Thanks for letting us know that. The moves are strengthening us for what the COVID virus brings next, she said. What's next? Officials said clinical trials for the improved vaccines will begin as early as this winter, and the new monoclonal antibody will enter clinical trials this fall. As for when the next generation vaccines will be ready, an HHS official said that will be entirely driven by the data. Oh, really? Because, guys, first off, this shouldn't be another project like Project Warp Speed. Okay, there's no reason that we need to rifle out a vaccine quick like we had to last time. We don't need to do that. It's not that serious. Like, guys, and I got another article that we're going to go into that shows the amount of cases that we've been having of COVID. Okay, like hospitalizations of COVID. But it's still, this number is so small compared to the entire country. We have over 330 million people in this country, and we have less than 10,000 people that are hospitalized because of COVID. Like, stop it. Especially when 40% of our entire population is considered obese And on average, we had over 3 comorbidities per person that tested positive for COVID. Like, that means you have more health issues already wrong with you other than COVID. Like, we need to pump the damn brakes, okay? Us as an individual should have our freedom as paramount when it comes to what should be accepted and what's not. All right, guys? I mean, I care more about you as an individual citizen having their own rights than I do about making sure you wear a mask so you don't give me a virus or something like that. Because if I cared that much, if I really cared that much about not getting a virus, I would wear the mask. I would go and get that vaccine. I would do everything possible to protect my own self. Making you wear a mask doesn't really do anything. All it is a control factor, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is just a control factor. And that's what we need to realize is this government now is not for the people, by the people. Well, it's by the people because we're blindly just voting them in, but they're not voting the way they should based on the constituents in their districts that elect them. Okay, we need to stop being so dumb on who we elect and actually just do a little bit of research. Okay, guys, one saying I always say is we are in an era of the most information at your fingertips because we have Google, we have smartphones, we got all that just right at your fingertips. But we're also in the era of the laziest consumer in the history of the world. Okay, we don't even want to Google it. And if we do Google it, we don't even want to click on the actual article and read the details of the article. We just go based off headlines. Like, guys, we need to get away from this now, or else we are in some serious trouble. And I'm not. Look, guys, if they try to mandate this vaccine or they try to mandate mask mandates in Arizona, I'm gonna be such an irritating person to run into in a store. If you're an employee at a store in Arizona and you're like, oh, please put your mask on, it's policy. No, I'm not going to do it because that policy changes with the goddamn wind, obviously. Like, guys, like we got to stand up for what logic and common sense stands for. Okay, like we really got to stand up for that because it's dwindling. Okay, we got like this much of common sense left in the country. Okay, we need to change this now. And I'm only 30. Like, damn, you guys making me feel like I'm 65, 70 years old. You know what I mean? Like, geez, guys, like I don't get it. I don't get it. But we're gonna go into this. I got this video of Biden, okay, talking about he got the funding for developing this new vaccine. And then he also says, oh, a vaccine that works. Guys, he said, oh, a vaccine that works. So he is implying that this vaccine that he forced everybody to get, if you didn't get it, you lost your job. He convinced the private sector to make all the employees get it or else they can't work there. I mean, this affected millions upon millions of people. Like, and if I want it available. I want the vaccine available. I don't want it mandated because it makes no freaking sense. No sense at all, guys. All right. So I know I'm getting a little worked up on this, but it's just, man, like the common sense factor on this, guys. Like we really need to work on this. All right. So let's see this video and see what Biden over here says. It's only 30 seconds long. So let's see what he got. Guys, come on. Like, this is getting a little ridiculous, okay? And we're wasting another $5 billion on this, Okay. Now, should we spend the 350 million, 326 million, whatever it was, to help develop the Regeneron to get a better monoclonal antibodies, which are the best thing to fight COVID if you get really, really sick with it? Yes, that is one thing I will be on sides of all day. This vaccine, though, guys, this is like turning into just the updated flu vaccine. This is really what it is. But the way that they're talking about it, the way that they're spending billions with a capital B, they're spending billions on a new vaccine for this when it's not needed like that. Like, just chill. Okay. Like, man, guys, it's really worrying me because, I mean, again, I care about the government not getting in the middle of our money. And I care about our government not getting into the middle of our personal freedoms as individual American citizens. Okay? The government's job is to protect the people in this country, but not impede on their own personal values and their personal freedoms. Not necessarily their values, because everyone's got different values, but their personal freedoms to determine what's best for them and their family. That is the biggest thing, guys. That is the only thing that I care about when it comes to this. And we got one more article over here, too. And this is from the Daily Mail. Let me pull this up here. Biden says new COVID vaccines are likely to be recommended to every American this fall, including children, amid upswings in infections. President Biden has said in his administration will likely recommend that all Americans roll up their sleeves for an updated COVID booster vaccine this fall. Biden said today that he signed off on a proposal to present to Congress for extra funding for updated COVID vaccines that will be likely recommended to everyone over the age of 5, despite waning interest in booster shots. Figures from the Centers for Disease and Prevention show that just 18% of eligible Americans have had a single booster. The new vaccines made by Pfizer, Moderna, and Novavax have been redesigned to target the dominant XBB variants and are expected to be rolled out in mid-September. Officials say they will provide robust protection against Eris, America's currently most dominant strain. It is also hoped that it will bolster immunity against BA.2.86, Lord Jesus, which has sparked concerns over a future wave of infections. The shots, which use mRNA or protein-based technology, are cleared for over 12s and have emergency use authorization for younger groups, but other countries like the UK plan to offer boosters to over 65 only, which honestly makes the most sense. Hold up. Man, the UK, Britain, the people that outlawed guns and have actually outlawed assault knives. Assault knives, guys. Like, what the hell is a freaking assault knife? A butcher knife? One that you can find in the kitchen that's just big with a sharp point? Like, guys, like, they've outlawed some crazy shit. And the UK is making more common sense than the United States right now on this shit. Like, oh, Lord, baby, Jesus. This is, it's killing me, guys. It's killing me. Like, I just don't get it. But let's just read on. Let's see what we got here. But congrats on the United Kingdom for bringing common sense a little bit back. But most Americans will be able to get them for free on their health insurance, though there may be a fee for vaccine administration and potential physician visit fee. Vaccine uptake continues to wane in America amid anti-vax conspiracy theories and little sign that further shots will benefit healthy middle-aged adults. Exactly. Because there is little sign that further shots will benefit healthy middle-aged adults. And anti-vax conspiracy theories. Guys, what article am I reading? The Daily Mail? And this is a UK article, but conspiracy theories? It's been proven. Like, do you not remember how they used to say, oh, it's a breakthrough case. Oh, they got the vaccine. And they got COVID again? Oh, it's a breakthrough case. It's not no breakthrough case, guys. Like, dang, like, I just don't get it. I really don't understand, guys. I really don't understand how they can even say conspiracy theory on this. But let's go down here. I think they had a number. Let's see. Do they have a number on how many people got it? Yes, they do. U.S. hospitalizations are also rising, up 21% in a week to 12,600 in the 7-day period to August 12th. Although this is an uptick from historic lows, it is also still below the levels this time last year. Deaths remain static, however, with 497 recorded in the week to July 29th. Barely a shift from the 491 in the previous week. Okay, guys. Okay, and here, I forgot to put this on here. I want to show you this, okay? Again, it's right here. Boom. U.S. hospitalizations are also rising, but it's coming from lows, guys, like lows that we haven't seen before. Look at this. Up 21% in a week to 12,600 in the 7-day period to August 12th. Although this is an uptick from historic lows, it is also still below the levels this time last year. And then one paragraph below, deaths remain static, however, with 497 recorded in the week to July 29th. Guys, we cannot allow the government to mandate shit, especially if it's 497 deaths from COVID in a week. Like, I don't even know. I probably should look this up. Let me just look this up real quick. How many deaths happen in the U.S. each week? Boom. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Is it going to tell me? Oh, it's making it hard. Okay. So I at least found, based on the World Population Review, all right, and we're going to show this here, and I didn't click on the article, but it's showing me enough of the data just for me to be able to see this from worldpopulationreview.com, all right? The United States has 7,974 deaths per day. That's an average on a per day basis, guys, all right? Let's take a look at this. I'm going to bring up my handy dandy calculator for my phone. Let's see what we got here. So, if we have 7,974 deaths in the United States each day, okay? Oh, and first, we only had 497 deaths from COVID in the week. So, divide that by 7, okay? We had 71. This is stupid. 71 deaths a day from COVID right now. So, 7,974 divided by 71. Oh, nope, other way around. 71 divided by 7,974. That is 0.0089%. Not even a 0.1% chance of death from COVID. Guys, we need to start speaking when it comes to politics and it comes to like real shit that affects everyday people all over the world. 330 million just in the United States. When it comes to that, we need to be talking about facts and logic, because emotions and the way you feel about something, obviously nobody wants people to die. Nobody wants individuals to die. Okay. But when it comes to things that really are mandates, we're talking about mandating 330 million people to do something. We need to have more of a logical and common sense oriented way of thinking about those things before coming up with mandates. All right, guys. So, I know the majority of common sense people, and I know the majority of the United States is on this side of common sense and is on the side of just what does make the most sense. But we have such a loud faction of people in the United States on both sides of the aisle, that don't speak with that and speak rather just on emotion about absolutely everything. And it blows my mind, guys. It really blows my mind. And that's why I want to start this podcast, because we need to get people on a level playing field and get people to see both sides and come to that middle ground, because I guarantee you the majority of us are more independently minded than the other vast majority of people. I guarantee the vast majority of people in the United States are more on the side of, yeah, if you really go into each topic, okay, if you ask us, are you Democrat, Republican, they're going to say it. But if you go based on each topic and don't give any type of impliedness of it being a once like a left or a right issue. I guarantee you, we all think that there are good things on the left side, there's good things on the right side, and we need to find out what the best is to do that for the rest of the American population. All right, guys, but I hope you guys like the topic. It's just something that we need to be aware of because this is going to affect us, and there ain't no way in hell I'm going to listen to any type of mandate going forward. All right, I can promise you that. I'm going to be here, try to support all those other people as well that feel the same way. And like I said, guys, we just need to come together more and more and realize that we need to limit the power of the federal government as much as possible and get the hell out of our money and get the hell out of our freedom. All right, and let's just keep getting to the facts, like I always try to say. All right, guys. But enjoy your Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, guys. And again, I hope you stay blessed. And I'll see you on that next video.